And so whenever you start something new, remember that nobody cares, especially because they don't know you yet. Like if you are showing online for the first time, nobody knows you. So it means that you should get comfortable making mistakes and trying things and sucking at it the first times and trying again. Embrace failing entirely because this is how you're going to grow and get better. Hi bestie, and welcome to this new Tea Talk with Adama, where we discuss mindset, business and everything in between. I upload a new podcast every Wednesday and a Tea Talk every Thursday, so make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss anything. Frankly speaking, I've been feeling kind of out of it lately, just procrastinating when it comes to recording my videos and showing up for my business. So I thought, instead of faking it, why not just talk about it and also document the different steps that I'm taking all the time to step out of my comfort zone and get past this feeling of discomfort and not doing enough in your business. So today I will share with you how I step out of my comfort zone as an introverted entrepreneur, how I do it, and give you some tips to help you do the same, especially if you are in a kind of funk right now and you don't really know which step you should take next. So if you are interested, sit back, relax, and let's spill the tea. So first of all, how do I get past this feeling of not wanting to do the things that I'm supposed to do in my business and also in my life in general? So the one thing that I remind myself of is that all of this is bigger than me. My purpose and the business that I'm building are bigger than me. So even if you don't feel like it, you probably heard before that you don't always get to do what you want in life. There are certain things that you have to do, right? And so even if becoming an entrepreneur was your choice and you feel very passionate about it and you know why you are doing it, there will be times when you will have to do things that you don't want to do in your business, whether it is some admin task or just showing up online and recording videos and so on and so forth, because we are human beings, right? And also as women, we have to remember that we have a monthly cycle and not a daily one, and so you will have days when you don't feel like doing anything at all, right? And it's easy to feel guilty and bad about it. So I tell myself it is okay to rest as long as I get back to it, because it's not about quantity, it's about consistency on the long run. So maybe this last couple of weeks you felt like you were in a roller coaster. So one day you were up and then you were down, and then the next day you were up and then you went down. Or maybe you're feeling like things are going downhill because you are not catching up with all the things that you are supposed to do. But the thing is that even if you don't see it because you are in this tunnel right now, your progress actually looks like this on the long run. So you have these curves, right? These ups and downs, but on the long run, it just looks like a straight line. If you don't fully believe that, just look at where you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, right? And chances are, even if you are not consistent every single day, you have evolved so much and accomplished so much that you give yourself credit for. So always remember that the ups and downs happens, but on the long run, you are on an increasing curve. So then the next step, how do you actually get out of this funk? Well, setting up 2 ambitious goals in an attempt to redeem yourself for the time that you spent procrastinating isn't effective. So what I do instead is that I just think about one action that I can take to step out of my comfort zone. Because the thing is that whether you realize it or not, you are currently very comfortable in the situation of not doing enough and procrastinating and finding excuses not to do things. It's actually very comfortable because that way you are not taking any risk, so you are not going to fail, right? And we don't do that consciously most of the time, but that's really what happens. You are very comfortable in your situation. So if you want to snap out of this, you have to take an action that makes you a little bit fearful, but also excited. And so looking back at my own journey, that's exactly what I did since I launched my business 2 years ago. So one of the first things I did was launching my podcast, because I knew I wanted to have the main platform and content where I could meet my audience on a weekly basis. And at the beginning, I was super consistent with it. I was interviewing so many like different successful female entrepreneurs from all over the world, and it really gave me the boost because every week I had this content that would go out. I had my process to interview people, to record my audio, because at that time it was only an audio format, and so I was very consistent with that until I decided to take a break from my business and pivot it to go from being a social media manager and virtual assistant to actually being the content coach and mentor that I am today. So that was basically the first decision and the first action that I took that really pushed me out of my comfort zone. Then the next step that I took last year when I relaunched my podcast, I decided that it was going to be a video podcast as well as an audio format. So this right there was really a huge challenge for me, because during the year I've practiced going live on my different platforms and recording short videos like Reels and TikToks, but really being on YouTube was the next level for me, and I felt very fearful about it. I felt like I didn't have the material, I didn't feel comfortable enough to record long form videos and so on, that I would just have to, edit the videos a lot because I would not be able to record them on one go and so on and so forth. A lot of different excuses as to why I wasn't on YouTube yet, right? And so I decided that that was going to be my next challenge. And so what I did is that I just upgraded my Android phone for an iPhone because I didn't want to invest in an expensive camera. I already had a microphone, so I just put an iPhone and some lights just for that purpose. And that's how I turned my podcast into a video podcast that people can also watch on YouTube. And I also challenged myself to stay consistent with it, so I was publishing every single week. Now I did that for a couple of months, and then beginning of 2022, I decided that I should level up and publish more videos on YouTube, at least 2 a week. So I came up with this concept that I already had when I launched my business. I had a Facebook group for aspiring female entrepreneurs, and I was doing these business talks usually on Thursdays that I called tea talks because I'm a heavy tea drinker. And so I would just come on live and talk about mindset and share my journey as an entrepreneur with my community, and I really missed that. And so I've decided that I would also do that on YouTube, and the tea talks with Adama were born. So now I have 2 main videos that I post every single week on my YouTube channel, my podcast, and the tea talks. And here again, my only goal is to be consistent. I know that the quality of my videos is going to improve with time, will become, and I'm already more comfortable with time as well. So I don't care about trying to make things perfect. I just care about having it done. So that's why even if I've been in a funk right now and I haven't been very consistent on my other social media platform, I haven't missed 1 week of posting yet since I've put this program into place. So my thing is, if I don't do anything else, I should at least record 1 podcast and 1 TikTok every week. That's it. If I've done that, I've done more than enough to build the momentum for my business. Of course, I could have done more and promote my videos more and be live on my other social media platform as well and so on. But the thing is that it's not realistic to assume that you will be 200% all the time. As we said before, we have cycles, we have seasons, and so you have to take that into consideration as well and be gentle with yourself. And so that brings me to my next challenge and the next action that I'm going to take to step out of my comfort zone, which is starting to vlog. Now, this is again something else, because when it comes to vlogging, you are not only in one place, you have to take into consideration the entire journey that you want to take your viewer through. And so the vlogs have to be entertaining, they have to be well edited. It's another type of skill set that you need basically. And so now that I'm more comfortable recording these 2 videos every week, I want to step up my game again. And since it's getting sunnier here in Lisbon, I want to use the vlogs as an excuse to discover more of Lisbon and Portugal in general and take you with me on it. Because I want you to see how my day-to-day life looks like here as an expat and be very transparent about it. And I've noticed that recording these videos for you makes me feel more accountable, because I know that there's a rendezvous that you're waiting for and you expect me to keep my schedule and publish every week, and basically putting it on video and telling you that I will start vlogging very soon is also the first step for me to actually do it and be accountable. So when it comes to vlogging, I have also a lot of excuses as to why I haven't started it yet. So I'm basically going just to use my phone to vlog. But one thing that I don't have yet is a small tripod that I can carry on with me to vlog easily outside and basically keep my phone stable. So I will actually purchase it today. So that's where it's done. And so yes, I'm just going to use my phone, my tripod, and I will also buy a Bluetooth microphone that I can clip to my clothes so that the sound is also good. So that's the two things I'm going to buy. And that way I cannot use the lack of material as an excuse. And as I told you before, like whenever you start a new project, start with what you have or start with a low budget and then upgrade as you go. And so the second thing, which is actually my biggest fear and limiting belief, is that I don't want people to judge me or to look at me in a weird way when I go out and start filming on the street or in public places. But the thing is that I also know that it's all in my head. There are so many people now who are just vlogging and documenting their life, and they do that everywhere they go, basically, whether it is at the local supermarket, in a restaurant, or at the gym and so on. So I know that I also have to get past this fear, and the first couple of times I will vlog, I know that I will feel kind of uncomfortable and it will be kind of weird, but just like everything else, it takes practice to be comfortable and then for it to become an habit. So that's my next challenge. I'm excited, I'm scared in all my feelings about it, but yeah, I've been thinking about vlogging for a while now, and I was waiting for the weather to get better here in Lisbon so that I can finally go out, start wearing my summer clothes and explore the city more, because actually today marked 1 year since I've moved to Lisbon. It is amazing when I think about it. The time flies so fast, especially when you do things for yourself and you are growing and improving. Like, just for that, you have to be grateful and acknowledge the fact that you have come a long way. And so yes, that's basically the plan. And so whenever you start something new, remember that nobody cares, especially because they don't know you yet. Like, if you are showing online for the first time, nobody knows you. So it means that you should get comfortable making mistakes and trying things and sucking at it the first times and trying again. Embrace failing entirely, because this is how you're going to grow and get better. There is no shortcuts when it comes to improving your skills and getting better at something. You have to go through this process of sucking, trying, failing, learning from it and doing it again. So I hope this video gave you some motivation to do the things that you have to do in your business and in your life. Try the tip that I gave you today. If you had to take away only one thing from this video, take one action today to bring you closer to your goals. And this action has to be exciting and scary at the same time, so that you can really step out of your comfort zone and discover your full potential. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know by liking it and subscribing to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any updates, especially the upcoming vlogs that I'm going to work on very soon, and share it with a friend who needs some encouragement today. Keep going, I believe in you. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.